Hello guys, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 12th August current affairs. Myself Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. First of all, today that is we will celebrate August 12th as a International Youth Day. That is August 12th. Here this year's theme is Youth Engagement for Global Action. If you see from the reports, in India almost from age 10 to 25 almost we have the 242 million population. That means almost 24 crore people India is having the younger population. With that we can do miracles. We have to use the younger population. We know that our famous scientist and at the same time president of our India, that is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, he is every time telling about the younger minds. If you use our younger minds, then we can achieve our targets, and at the same time our India is in a developed country. That's why we have to use at maximum of our younger population. Next one, Sputnik V. Here it is a good news for our world, that is Russia came up with the vaccine. Now that vaccine is at third phase, that is there are total 3 phases are in any vaccine, that is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Last year, that is Russian government, Vladimir Putin government has eliminated that whenever a vaccine is under a third phase or any phase or a third phase, it can be a approval stage. No need of that third stage, we can directly go to the third approval stage. That's why Sputnik V is in a world's first vaccine for coronavirus. It is a good news. At the same time, we have to see this about Sputnik V. Why this vaccine has given the name Sputnik V? That is, it is reference to the Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite. The world's first artificial satellite launched in 1957 during the space race. That's why Russian government has given that Sputnik V as the name for corona vaccine. Here if you see that Russia's vaccine candidate is an adenovirus based viral vector vaccine. That means adenovirus is common, it is a virus for cold. That's why Russia vaccine is on the adenovirus based viral vector vaccine. Here this vaccine was developed by Moscow based Gamaleya Institute. Here this vaccine was developed by Gamaleya Institute. Here there is a controversies, or there is some news about that. We don't have any information whatsoever on whether a vaccine is safe. That means we don't have any data on the phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 trials. That's why we have to wait for that. At the same time, we have to upload this quicker vaccine developed by Russia. Important article, that is Hindu women's inheritance rights. We know that in India or in our country, we know that our property will goes to the male persons only, male persons only. Here if you see that the Supreme Court has given that once a daughter always a daughter. SC rules, Supreme Court rules in favor of women's equal right to parental property throughout the life. That means suppose I have a daughter and at the same time I have a son also. If I have distributed my property, that my property to equal to that person. If suppose I didn't distribute my property to my son and daughter, if before 2005 Hindu Succession Amendment Act, before 2005, suppose I died, that property will go to directly to the son only. But if now this inheritance, that the Supreme Court order that SC rules that in favor of the women's equal right to parental property throughout the life. Here a 3-judge bench headed by the Arun Mishra said that daughters must be given equal rights as sons. That means daughters must be given equal rights as sons in a parental property. Here the daughter shall remain a co-partner throughout a life, irrespective of whether her father is alive or not. That means it is a landmark judgment, like a daughter shall remain a co-partner throughout the life of parental property. Next one, the Montreal Convention 1999. We have seen that a crash of the Air India Express plane at the Kozhikode on August 7th. Here, so many persons have died in that crash. Whether any liability from airline will get that persons, suppose I am died in that crash, whether any liability, whether any compensation will get from that Air India or Air India Express. If you see that, yes, we can get from the Montreal Convention 1999. Here, airline liable to pay compensation of 1.19 crore per passenger in case of death or a bodily injury. If suppose I have died from that air crash, that Air India has liable to pay the 1.19 crore per passenger. Here, if you see what is the Montreal Convention, when it is happened, what is the definition of that Montreal Convention? Let us see. That is the Montreal Convention 1999, that is we will call it as MC99, establish a airline liability in case of death or injury to passengers, as well as in case of delay or damage or loss of baggage and cargo. That means it covers all the which loss faced by passengers. That means it may be death, it may be injury to passengers, it may be sometimes cases of delay also, or damage or loss of baggage and cargo. It will cover all these things from this Montreal Convention. If you see that MC99 is designed to be a single universal treaty to give an airline liability around the world. That means it is not for India, it is not for US, it is not limited to one country. It is a single and universal treaty to govern airline liability around the world. That means from this Montreal Convention 199, the crash of Air India will that passengers family or a nominee will get that 1.19 crore or any amount prescribed by central government. Next one, Mount Sinabang. Why is this mountain is in use? Why? Because Indonesia's Mount Sinabang, from that volcano erupted. Here we have to know what is this volcanoes, what are the types of volcanoes. If you see that, if suppose from there is if you see the earth parts, that means there are three types of there. That is one, crust, mantle and core. If that mantle melts, that will go upward. That means if it is that magma in that mantle, it's like a lighter weight from the solid rock. That's why it will go upward. That is that magma we will call it as a lava when it comes out. That's why it's like a volcanoes erupting. That's why we will call it as a volcanoes erupting. Here there are three types of volcanoes. They are first one extinct, first one active, next one dormant, and third one extinct. Here the first one we will see the abbreviation of active volcano. That means if you see that Mount Sinabang, it is active from since 2010. That is, it is located in Sumatra, Java. It is located in Sumatra. It is in Indonesia. If you see that is active from 2010. That is Mount Sinabang is active from 2010. That means from that lava is coming out. That's why we will call it as a active one. Suppose a dormant one. Suppose any volcano, previous one it is a active one, but after some years it is not going any, it is not producing, it is not coming any eruption of this lava. That's why we will call it as a dormant. That's suppose previous one in 1999. Suppose any volcano, any lava erupted from that volcano. After some these years, that means some 20-30 years, it is not giving any eruptions or it is not producing any lavas. We will call it as a dormant. That means at any time it may erupt. That means at that time, for that period it is a dormant, but it may be any erupt. After the third one, that is extinct one. That means previous one it is a volcano, that is a active volcano. After that sometime it is a dormant volcano. After that it is a extinct, means that means after future in any future it won't erupt. That means it won't produce any lava from that volcano. That's why we will call it as a extinct. That's why we will see that there are three types of volcanoes, that is active, dormant and extinct. Here these volcanoes are home to these famously that we will call it as a ring of fire. If you see that the right side I have given a picture, that is a ring of fire. It is in a Pacific Ocean. If you see that Mount Sinabang, Indonesia is home to many active volcanoes due to its position on the ring of fire. That's why if you see that on the upward of Australia, we can see the Indonesia. That's why it is a part of ring of fire or a circum-Pacific belt. It is in a that ring of fire is located in Pacific Ocean. Here, the ring of fire is home to about 75% of the world's volcanoes and 90% of its earthquakes. That's why due to this geography that volcanoes in Indonesia are a very actively they will erupt that lava from that one. That's why here ring of fire is very very important for our competitive exams. Here this Mount Sinabang is a volcano active volcano. Here there can be I have previously told that volcano can be active, dormant and extinct. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Take care and bye bye.